Where do y'all stand on this situation? Court goes to court tomorrow. Brendan gambled, placed bets when he was at Indiana with a 39 to 40 bets then, on and on. Texas Tech, his lawyer, is paying for a lawyer saying he has a gambling addiction, mental health issues, and he couldn't help himself. So judges, please allow him to play this year. Have at it.
And didn't he also gamble while he was at Cincinnati as well?
That's reported as well. Yes.
Yeah. So he gambled while he was at Indiana, redshirting. He gambled on Indiana, both football and basketball.
Yep.
Yep.
Clear NCAA rule. But he's like, gambling had control of me. I didn't have control of it. I'm throwing myself on the mercy of the court, whatever. But don't sit here and feign mental illness and anxiety because he had enough control not to gamble on Indiana football games when he was playing, only when he redshirted. So he knew what line not to cross. So he had enough control there. But so don't say, I was out of control. I have an addiction. No. So you're saying, I don't know, if you have anxiety, you're going to cheat on a term paper, and so that should be okay. That should be allowed. Don't hide behind mental illness and anxiety when you made a choice. Now live with that consequence.
AJ?
I'm gonna go in the other direction. He says he has a problem. His attorney says he has this problem. Go fix your problem. You're not playing. You're not playing. I'm old enough to remember Art Schleister at the Ohio State. I'm old enough to remember guys that had gambling problems that just could not stop. So go fix your problem. The last thing you need to be worrying about is being on the field. To Kenetra's point, you had sense enough to be clandestine with it. Yeah, go fix your problem. Yeah, Pete Rose had a problem too, and he suffered the consequences. So yeah, go fix your problem, and we'll talk later after some significant professional assistance with your problem.
Consistent.
Consistent, professional,
Not 30 days in Arizona.
not right, exactly. But no, I was at Tulane when they canceled the Tulane basketball program. So no, go fix your problem. If gambling is going to be as prominent on all levels of sports, then guess what? The best place for you to be is away from sports. And because it's an addiction, I'm just using his words now, because it's an addiction, you're never not an alcoholic. You're never not a drug addict. You are just one hit or drink away from relapsing. So yeah, bro, be an ambassador for the game. Be one of them people that host the skybox when the recruits come. But you don't need to be on the field. I got caught, and I want to use legalese to continue to play the sport that is a privilege, not a right, and I jeopardized.
Yeah.
Enter the supplemental draft.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Laquita, add your 2 cents.
Yeah. So he does have a problem because he's been gambling since he was in high school. Okay. So that's a personal issue that he has. And I'm kind of like with the mental illness part, like which came first? Like did the gambling, trigger this, or did the mental illness trigger that? Like which one can you say triggered which one, if that's the stance that they're going to use, but the final line is it's in the bylaws and it says what it says. You broke the bylaw. There are 6 basketball players that became ineligible because of betting.
Right.
And then you had the player in Temple that betted on his team. Those are done. That's the rule. And so they're here again. And we kind of alluded to this like 2 weeks ago when we were talking about the NCAA and their choosing of sponsorships and things that they're going to have monetized within the league, but then can't justify it when it comes to their players who are part of this. Here comes that thin line, and I feel like what's happening in the NCAA, until they get all these different things figured out, you're going to have players, coaches, teams that are going to be trying to walk that fine line and exhaust absolutely everything they possibly can to get their way, because NCAA has kind of some doors and leaks that are open for lawsuits and different things like that. So I blame the NCAA because it needs to really hone in on it, on its consistency, and keep the integrity of the game intact, but be consistent on both ends, from the higher ups all the way down to the players. Therefore, we won't, be sitting here looking at more possible lawsuits and different things like that. But it's in the bylaws. And what kills me is I think his lawyer says he wants the NCAA to show the same mercy to him as they do with players that come in and smoking marijuana, where you get 3 shots, but as long as you're in counseling, you can play and not lose your eligibility. And I'm like, no, you can't put this nowhere but right where it sits in the bylaws of what's already written in the NCAA. So I agree to go ahead and go. The NFL team will pick him up. He'll get picked up somewhere.
In a heartbeat.
Yeah, just go.
And the temptation for gambling is not going to go away. Folks know you're an addict. They're going to provoke you.
And when did he check into the facility? Before or after the investigation began or it got leaked that he was in trouble for gambling?
Leaked was the key word. Was the key word. So right before the investigation was leaked, he went in.
Yep.
He jumped in. Yep.
So did he have mental health issues right after it got leaked?
That's what I'm saying. Like, when did this?
It's a convenient excuse,
right?
Yes, because if he's been gambling since high school, and you know it's wrong. Well, if you did all that stuff when you were in high school, and then in college, Indiana, Cincinnati, at no point during those stops did you have I'm having mental health issues here. I just can't stop myself. Oh, I'm about to get caught. Oh, let me go check myself in. And then, by the way, I have mental health issues.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, depending upon who you owe money to and how much you owe, that'll really mess with your mental.
True.
That'll cause anxiety.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Certain people on campus, you ain't worried about them, but baby, there's some folks in Vegas that,
and Texas Tech is. I understand why they're doing this, trying to protect their player, look out for him, try to help save their season because their quarterback situation is real shaky right now. But as Laquita said, as we all said, it's in the bylaws.
And then for them to say, "Oh, Brent Sorsby, he's a Red Raider for life." No, he's not. He just got there.
He just got there.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And for the president of the university to get to say some of the things he said publicly, and you're the president. You should be concerned about the student athlete. And I'm saying student athlete.
Right.
Not the student asset, the student athlete.
Right.
If he is cleared to play football, as we've all said, and all of us who watch it on the platforms believe. Do any of us think that word gets out, he's going to play quarterback this year, that the phone call is going to stop, the influence is going to stop? So Brendan, man, how you feeling today? How are you looking for this coming game against Houston? You still owe me some money.
Look, a journal.
I forgot about that, fella. You still owe me some money.
Pose the question: if you were a betting man, oops.
Oh yeah, Brendan.
I'm sorry.
So for your health, Brendan.
What are the odds? Oh, sorry.
For your health, we're going to sit you out this season or urge you to go to the NFL draft and deal with those professional gamblers and bookies.
Okay.
Man, listen. Let me just say this, man. Any reasonable, decent, worth their weight in anything, therapist would say you get out of the environment.
Yes.
There's no way you can expect any amount of success with any kind of treatment if you're still in the environment
Yeah.
that you claim has
Yeah.
caused you this type of addiction and mental health issue.
Yeah.
So they're saying the right thing for their desired outcome, but it's killing their argument 100%. There's no way they can expect this man to be any better because he got to play.
And it is an issue, obviously, because I mean, when they go into NCAA, they have a class that they go through. They have a whole curriculum for this that is teaching them about sports betting, and it lays everything out. So clearly he has a problem because one, he was trying to hide it. Two, he was using family and friends to hide behind that. And then the amount of money that he was putting in it. I mean, so clearly there is an issue there. And when he says he didn't care about winning, well, whatever.
I
But
don't want him on
clearly,
my team if he didn't care about winning.
I'm
Right.
saying,
I don't want him. My quarterback.
red flag.
I ain't T.O. That ain't my quarterback, man. That ain't my quarterback.
We're all on the same page, but would any of us be surprised if he and his side win the case and he's cleared to play this coming fall?
I will right now. I would right now because of the position that NCAA is in already,
Right.
and them not being consistent with the players that they have already said is ineligible for the same problem
Mm-hmm.
and the issues with NIL and everything that's surrounding them right now.
The
I would be
precedent.
surprised if they did right now.
AJ?
I'm on the other end of the spectrum, man. I would be surprised if he doesn't have the right people who will find a way to get him to play. A couple of phone calls from 1600 and he playing. A couple of donations in the right place and he's playing.
Yeah. The cynic in me just Laquita, I agree with you. What you're saying, what you said makes sense.
Yeah, agreed.
But where we are in America now, I will not be surprised if he's not starting game one for Tech.
I used to think that there were two tiers of justice. I think there are multiple tiers of justice that people can fit in for their specific situation, given the right connections. And at Texas Tech, it's easy to get the right connections to make that.
Is it a case where, upon appeal he plays, but it's still in the appeals process, and Texas Tech runs the risk of him eventually being declared ineligible and they subsequently have to forfeit the games in which he plays? Do they run that risk?
Yes, they will. Yes, because football is that important to America. College football is everything to people in Lubbock. Yes, they'll run that risk because they will convince themselves that ultimately they're going to win the case. Even if you point out to them, it doesn't look good, you're going to have to forfeit all these games, we're going to take that chance.
But where are the adults, man? Where are the adults that say, no, we're not going to do this? Look, hey, man,
Money
for
talks.
for your well-being, we're just not going to do this. Like, man, go get help. We're right here with you. You Raider for life.
If they're the adults, if there were adults involved, they would have told him, get help. And if NFL is important, go to the supplemental draft.
Yeah.
Do we believe that all evidence has been uncovered?
I
No.
don't.
Probably no. Probably not.
No.
Yeah, I don't.
Just looking at the little bit that we have looked at already just lets me know, okay, there's way more to this. Somewhere
So,
down in there.
and saying that might be the impetus for him to finally drop the case. Oh, well, I don't want that. Oh, okay, I don't want that to come out of discovery. So, well, I guess I'll go to the NFL. So, yeah. Everyone, thank you very much for this great conversation on episode 186 of Folks Talkin Sports.